Hey guys, welcome to That Game Show, the show that talks about all the stuff in the nerd world and all the stuff in between. I am Chase Bunker, alongside the half-Asian sensation. It's Curtis Coe.
What's up, guys?
One name to rule them all, it's Murph Murphy.
How's it going, guys?
And the recently evolved Player 3, sorry Murph, it's Daniel Clegg.
That's right, Player 3 now.
Alright, thank you guys for joining us. Thank you guys very much for joining us, whether you're listening to us via podcast or watching us on YouTube via That News Show. Thank you for making us a part of your day. So much crap to talk about, including the trailer that wasn't leaked somehow, Antman, the man that can shrink down and control ants. Did you guys watch it?
Yes.
Guys,
for sure.
Well, it just showed a little bit of the personality of Paul Rudd, which I thought was really interesting. But guys, how do you get hyped up about a movie with a character like that?
Well, go ahead, Clegg. You had something to say. Do you want me to...
I want to be as excited about this as I was about Guardians of the Galaxy because it's a weird, not even like B or C list character. Ant-Man is really weird, like you're saying. But they did a really good job with Guardians, which has a similar tier character.
Yeah, if they hadn't done such a good job with Guardians, I think I would have written this film off.
I agree. I am really hopeful because they have the track record of Guardians. I hope they can pull this off, but it's really weird. It's a weird concept, and I'm not getting that same tone from this movie trailer as I did from Guardians.
Yeah.
I am seriously worried about this movie.
I'm not feeling the humor.
Well, first of all, they've changed directors 3 times. That's the big thing. This is the first trailer we're seeing of this, and it's coming out this year in July. That's a second problem. And we got a Guardians of the Galaxy trailer almost a year before it came out. I think if it's gonna, this is gonna be the. I know we said this with Guardians of the Galaxy, but I don't know. I kind of feel like this might be the one that might be the bad of the bunch.
Well, especially with, we all keep mentioning Guardians, because we all knew that Guardians of the Galaxy was, such an obscure title, because you had a talking raccoon, a giant tree, a rejectee from Star Trek, and, a whole bunch of other characters. And with the trailer that came out, we thought it was really cool, and it got us excited for it. With Ant-Man...
the trailer sold the movie.
Yeah, the trailer sold the movie.
Ant-Man seems like a more kind of intellectual... Okay.
It's a heist movie. They've said it's a heist movie.
Yeah, it's a spy kind
of... Then make Payday the movie. Yeah. Which I think is going to be actually Paul Blart too. But that's okay.
Oh, God.
But it could be good.
Well, let's just throw out another thing about this is, probably one thing that's very important to note about Ant-Man is Ant-Man just recently wrapped and filming.
Mm-hmm.
So potentially this trailer would have been some of their early footage.
Yeah, so there's a lot of special.
So there's a lot of so this is more of a teaser. So we're not really seeing the full trailer. We're not really getting a how do I put it? A good sense of where the movie is going, so on and so forth. I think Ant-Man's an awesome character, and I think it's great that they skipped Hank Pym because that would have opened up all sorts of issues later on.
Right. I mean, they chose the right Ant-Man.
Yes.
Put it that way.
Absolutely. Because, we won't...
I think it's the tone of the trailer that has everyone confused right now, because it doesn't have that same sort of, it doesn't have the comedy necessarily that Guardians did, and it's not poking fun of itself like Guardians did.
Well, it
feels like a really serious movie, and I don't know if this is the right character for that.
I mean, The Winter Soldier was a serious, kind of almost political thriller.
Oh, definitely,
spy movie. Yeah,
yeah, and I mean, so they've shown they can do that. Can they do it again? I mean, they've got a better track record with comedies, obviously.
I'm more worried that this is going to end up being like another Thor. And I'm going to be mean. I did not enjoy the Thor movies nearly as much as I've enjoyed the other movies.
I like Dark World.
But
not only because it had the Ninth Doctor,
they're
but
not
because it was
bad
better.
movies, but they're
good.
They're no
movies.
Iron Man 2.
They're just
they're not Iron Man 2, but they're not.
Wait, hold on, Iron Man 2. Oh wait, Iron Man 2 bad. right?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that worked. The analogy worked. You're saying they're no Iron Man 2, as in they're not god awful and almost unwatchable. But they're definitely not like, I've never gone to a Thor movie saying this is going to be the next best Marvel movie.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think we all can agree that Iron Man 2 and 3, though we like Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, we could have done without 2 and 3.
No, I think 3's good. I
I thought 3 was okay. I thought it was better than the second.
If Ant-Man does as
by
well
comparison.
as the other 2 Iron Man movies, I think that's a win because those did phenomenally at the
Yeah.
box office, even if they weren't the best critically.
Yeah.
Right? They did really well.
Yeah.
Did you So did you guys hear? This is slightly off topic, but it's still superhero news. I think Sam Raimi was giving an interview, a guy who did Spider-Man 3, and the interviewer was like, or Sam Raimi was like, yes, Spider-Man 3 is bad, and then the guy was like, well, I wouldn't use that word. He said, well, I would use awful.
Yeah, no
So
crap,
Sam-
Sam Raimi.
Sam Raimi acknowledges that the Spider-Man 3 is a bad movie.
Well, he also said like he didn't have a lot of freedom with it, and he was like,
Yeah.
I guess he had to force a lot of characters, which is understandable. But
I
by
heard that-
gosh, that was bad.
I heard they forced him to use Venom. I think that's the big thing. And he's never officially came out and said it, but he's kind of said it and not said it, where they basically came to him. His original idea was only to have the Sandman. And then they said, you need to have Venom.
Well, everybody wanted Venom because
Yeah.
Venom is the iconic
That's
Spider-Man
Topher
villain.
Grace.
Yeah, here. Somebody said this argument is that there's multiple incarnations of Eddie Brock. There is a skinnier version and there is a bigger version. I could be wrong, and the internet will tell me if I'm wrong. If I am,
Not both of them. Like one of them is like his high school bully or something. I think the newest version of Venom is like his high school bully or
yeah,
something.
Regardless of like
Yeah.
how this Venom fits in the canon, he doesn't fit. Like I
In
don't
the
understand
movie.
why he doesn't.
Yeah.
His motivations
Right.
are really weird. Like why does he want to? It doesn't
Yeah.
work.
Yes.
Exactly.
So predictions here. Let's say they had the hit with Guardians of the Galaxy. It's a fantastic movie critically, and it performed really, really well
Yes.
internationally. Now, history will tell us though that you can have a shit movie like Transformers 4 and have it do better than any other movie in the year. I think that was the #1 movie last year internationally, wasn't it? It's
No,
ridiculous.
Guardians.
The shit movie.
No.
No, I think
Transformers.
Transformers.
It was
The
close.
China market, man.
No, I
China
think it was
market.
actually close. The issue with the Guardians of the Galaxy in the China market is the dub or the subtitles were so awful that the movie didn't make any sense.
Oh, well, regardless,
Yeah.
do we want Ant-Man to be critically sound and do okay, or be critically, not the best Marvel movie, but just do really well for whatever reason? Because I doubt they're going to get another Guardians where it's really good critically and really well performing.
I would rather it be a good movie.
I'd like for it to be a good movie. I mean, let's throw
If
the
I,
rank.
if I had to sacrifice that, like one movie has to be critically panned, but like fun, and one can be critically whatever and do terrible. I would throw Ant-Man on that.
Throw
sacrificial
Ant-Man
pile.
under the bus.
Yeah, just like if it was between that
Yeah.
and the new Deadpool that's coming out.
Yes,
God damn it, I want that to be fun.
I
I
want,
want that to be fun too. All right,
Because
so-
it's not going to be critically good. You know it.
oh yeah, we all know
I
it.
think it could be. Like if they go if they get the right person to do that movie,
It's
that
fine.
movie could be amazing.
I don't
Just
know
both
who's doing
critically.
it.
They haven't said,
But-
but they are doing it.
Yeah, they are doing it, and for some reason, I'm imagining the people that did Crank doing it because
That
I have a
could
feeling it's
actually-
going to be so outlandish and so crazy. It's like, who else? But
Who's the guy who does
they also did Ghost Rider as well.
who did Snatch and
Guy Ritchie.
he would be a really good pick in my opinion for a Deadpool because he kind of does that weird humor with really super violent, hyper
We
violent.
might as well
I
say
kinda
Quentin
want-
Tarantino.
I want
Yeah.
and I'm stealing from Enter the Critic podcast. I want the Gremlins 2 moment when the film fails because of the Gremlins and Hulk Hogan rips off his shirt. Like I want
breaking
the
the fourth wall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want some fourth wall breaking antics.
I hope they do.
Yes.
The comic does that like every other page.
Yeah.
He's talking to the audience, right? We want
Yeah.
that.
Well,
Well, I
that's
mean,
what-
they did it in that graphic trailer.
Yeah.
Let's see if they're
in
wearing
that,
their brown
in
pants.
that leaked trailer.
Yep.
Was perfect. That's
Yes.
what they need.
All right.
You know that wasn't leaked. They put
Oh,
that out
yeah.
on purpose.
Oh, I think it was.
everything on the internet is a lie. Like,
yes, I agree.
Exactly. So if we had to take a guess where you'd rank them, we already picture it not being better than Guardians, which is, I think Guardians number 1, and a close second is Winter Soldier. Number 3, first Iron Man.
That's hard. I think Avengers has to be.
Avengers. You're completely correct. Yeah. Avengers. I'm sorry. Wow, I'm gonna get blasted for that. Number 4.
No, I think that's fine because Iron Man was the beginning. I mean, so
yeah.
I mean, like I would.
Iron Man,
Thor, the Iron Mans, and
I would say Iron Man is
I'll say Iron Man's a strong 4.
What are the other options?
Captain America was one. The original
first one. Yeah, the first one was good.
The first one's
probably not as good as Iron Man though. The first one.
No.
So we'll put first Captain America at 5. Mm-hmm. Number 6 being either Thor 1 or 2, and Iron Man 2 and 3. Do you think it'll be better than any of those?
I hope it's 2.
It'll probably be solidly Thor tier.
I think so. I agree with Murph.
I think you're right. I think it could be Thor tier because I feel like Ant-Man's just like the Aquaman for.
No,
I just weird character.
He's a weird
I'd say
character.
He's so obscure. He controls ants. Like, how much pot have you smoked?
Well, there's an interesting thing about Ant-Man is that although he shrinks in size, he has the same amount of mass, which means if he punches someone as an ant size, it'll transfer over as if he's a normal person.
That is the weirdest concept.
That is awesome.
That makes my head hurt.
No. Okay, so think about it. Let's say you come out of an elevator, right? And you're ant size. And you jump on a person who has a gun and you punch him right in his stupid face. Okay? He has no idea what happens. It goes flying, right?
Oh.
He might as well just be invisible from
really
Freakazoid.
It's gonna look ridiculous.
I think it's super neat, but I'm willing to admit that this is probably the one that's going to fail.
It's a weird concept. It really is. Because imagine there's a dude who then has to imitate getting punched in the face. There's no one in front of him because he's an ant.
It's all
flying across the room. It's going to look so stupid.
No, think about it. It's the same thing that they have to do with Hulk. I mean, think about that for a second.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that. We should have
and that makes sense. It makes sense that he goes flying across the room because he got hit by Hulk.
Well, I mean, again, like he gets punched by a normal human. It's not like he's getting punched by the Hulk.
I don't think I'm going to be able to reconcile the fact that an ant punches me and I go flying across the room.
I think
logic is not going to jive.
Ant-Man the video game, good or not?
We know that's going to be awful.
Oh, potentially that could be awesome, but realistically awful.
Yeah,
like something with like shrinking. Like there's been a lot of good stuff with shrinking technology.
That could be really cool. Think about like a cross between Grand Theft Auto and Mr. Mosquito.
What? Oh my! How much weed have you smoked today?
No, I mean,
I'm just saying that could be really cool.
I'm picturing a mix between Saints Row 4 and Katamari Damacy. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, wait. I think you could probably play Katamari Damacy in Saints Row 4. Just saying.
Oh, okay. Then let's get even more weirder. It's gonna be a mix between Gran Turismo 4, Super Mario Brothers.
Okay, let me
and Tetris.
Let me point out something that could be really cool. Okay, if they made it a heist video game like Payday, think about how cool Payday would be if you could shrink to ant size, run inside a vault, and like shrink all the money, and then fly away on an ant.
Actually, now I just want to make a game where you're supervillains on a heist. That'd be
it's called Payday.
Game.
Really
so
cool.
You're kind of late.
Yeah, let's get on it, devs.
I mean, you have Game Maker. I saw you on it the other day.
Yeah.
I've played with Game Maker.
Okay, so I have a feeling that like you're just like dicking around on it.
No, I know how to use it. It's just that's if I was doing that, you'd use Unity.
Could you imagine like also like if we're gonna go back to that concept with Ant-Man, like feeling like the mass, whatever? Could you imagine like punched in the dick and just like not even knowing it? You're just like, hey, I'm going. Oh my gosh, I feel like just someone punched me in the dick.
And then the second part you have to realize is that the entire force of a punch in a single point about the side.
Oh my gosh, my testicles hurt now just thinking about that.
So that has the potential to puncture.
Oh my gosh.
As well. Anyways.
Oh my gosh.
On the out of the science.
It's a weird
Out of
movie. I don't
science.
like.
By the
He's
way,
gonna be at the
I want to go back to the payday
punch your
conversation. I want to go back to the payday conversation real quick because I didn't realize this. This is my own thing that makes me so happy. You ever have that moment where you tell people about a game and they like it and it spreads?
Yeah.
I think I counted I'm at 15 people right now that I've told about Payday, and they've all bought it, and they bought all the DLC, and it makes me feel so much better because I'm like, yay, I'm contributing.
Payday 2 has some interesting stuff, and I like a lot of the things that they do.
Yes.
It can be incredibly frustrating, but one thing I will say for them is they put out content so often that it makes it worthwhile.
Yeah.
I have a
It's
problem
not a
being
game
that
for me.
guy in a game. I can't do it very well.
It's understandable.
That guy.
I don't like online shooters. He said the man playing Destiny. I don't like PvP online shooters. It's just not my thing.
Well, that's understandable.
Enough people like it that there's something there.
I thought of you, Murph, the other day when I was listening to my friend's gaming podcast, Gamer Nation Radio, and they said, "Oh, my favorite game right now that's spending all my time is Destiny," and it's so awesome. I'm just thinking, Murph would have such a good counter argument on how it's awful, but yet he still plays it.
I'm
While
a
he's playing the game.
weak clean, guys.
You're a weak clean?
Wow.
Good for you.
Before that, I logged on. I looked at I did the daily, and then I was like, all right, I'm done. And then it's not good, guys. It's not good.
And you wanted to make it Game of the Year.
It's still.
I feel like there's such an internal conflict with you. It's like on one shoulder, it's like it's so good. I mean, you have Peter Dinklage, and on the other side, it's the gaming cynic in you. It's like, this is just Borderlands without humor. This game is awful.
Yeah, the only thing the 30-second loop is so good. Everything else is terrible.
Yeah.
It's really fun to shoot an alien in the head, but that's
about it.
Yeah, it's the popcorn of video games.
All right.
So, just really quickly finishing up the Antman thing. How cool is it that we got that Michael Douglas is in the Marvel universe now?
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah, they got a good cast of actors.
Yeah, and I like Paul Rudd. I mean, I always associate him as Mike from Friends.
Weird. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Friends.
Yes.
He's
not from The Great Gatsby, not from any of his other older stuff. Yeah, he was in The Great Gatsby, which when I had to watch that in high school, I could not take it seriously because I just knew him as Mike from Friends.
Oh, fucking Friends. Yes. Never mind. So, Friends was recently put onto Netflix. My wife is watching it.
Mine
fucking
too.
duck. I can't quite get
too.
that duck.
I hate that show.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of. Hold on, let's sidetrack for a second because Murph's statuses. If you've never read them, they're hysterical because he talks about. Right now you go through a little series. It's like Dragon Ball Z, where it's he'll make one story and then the next time on Dragon Ball Z, then he's goes blah 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 whatever, and they're pretty funny. Right now you're going on Friends, where it's because they always start their episodes with the one with, and he always says the one with me hitting my head with a hammer because I'm watching more Friends, or. The one where Joey and Chandler get a duck. Why are they getting a duck? And before that, you had. Why are you making my job so hard with editing? Good lord, that's 4 times. We're not even in 20 minutes.
That beeping duck.
Thank you. I might just censor this just for shiggles. And then you went on a Star Wars kick where you would put this weird thing, and then they will always end with, and then Luke farted.
Yeah, roughly.
What goes through the mind of Murph? Okay, I want to talk about this real quick.
It's sometimes. So this is a good way for me to get a plug in. I'm really fascinated by the concept of fiction in sort of extremely confined space, if you will. So, and Facebook is just the ultimate platform to that because no one is going to see it except for the however many people that I have as friends.
Yeah.
And most of them are going to be have probably blocked me at this point. But
no, because you're taking away from the endless baby pictures, so I don't mind that.
So, like, for example,
You know who you are.
I was in the car for about 8-9 hours, and I decided, you know what, screw it. I'm going to write a story. Jack Smokesteel, steampunk anime, paranormal investigator.
That's right.
And so
Character.
Yeah, Jack Smokesteel is the most complicated literary character you will ever meet.
Uh-huh.
My head hurts hearing the name.
And so I just started, writing a kind of a noir story in steampunk London about how the prime minister's waifu has been kidnapped. And then my wife said, "Stop! You're making all these notifications come on my phone. I'm trying to drive." I eventually finished it, and I put it into a Twine game. So if you Google Jack Smokesteel, you can find it in sort of a kind of choose your own adventure style story. Sort of. There's not many choices.
Can I be the narrator?
If you'd like.
I would love that. Jack Smokesteel, walking outside on a dreary day in London, looked around. He smoked some steel. Hence the name.
Oh man! You see, I should probably. You know how in Star Trek you can commission people to like write in universe.
Yeah.
I'll give you. You have permission to. We'll like. There's only so many conditions, but as long as Jack Smokesteel is in steampunk London, and he has his coal-powered arm that shoots lasers.
It's not horsepower. It's coal power.
Because
what's funny, like I used to do it for Curtis and Clegg's D&D game, where I would always do the previously, like in the Dragon Ball Z voice, and so I want to get like the voice acting going, so I would love to do that. Which, by the way, listeners, if you want me to voice over your Dungeons and Dragons game, please tweet me at Chase Bunker or at @that_game_show. Back to the show. So it's game time.
Yeah, let's do it.
Murph,
and
since
speaking
you've
of anime,
been absent,
Yay,
you've got the game. Tell us about your game today.
So, January means it is a new kind of anime season, if you will, and I have decided to quiz all three of you on anime or not. So I'm going to So this is coming from the Kotaku article, I think the winter anime of 2015.
Oh, you might be in trouble.
I didn't
You
read
might
that
be
one.
in trouble. I read that
God.
one.
Oh, you read it? Oh, I think you might be disqualified.
Well, I always keep up on anime, so...
Okay, well...
I barely watch anime. I literally just discovered, like, this is no lie, I've been watching anime for a while, but it's always been dubbed. And so I went over to my friend Kelly's house, she's like, "Oh, we're gonna watch Parasite." I'm like, "Okay, cool." And it was subtitled. I'm like, "What is this?" She's like, "It's how you watch anime." It's like, no, I like it dubbed with horrible English and crazy sound effects.
So, all right, this is the order that I'm going to have you say. Is it anime or is it something that I made up? So I guess let's go have Chase, then Daniel, then Curtis, because I think Curtis might not get these.
Yeah, he will.
Now, are these classics that we should?
No, this is
modern.
This is stuff that you. This is new stuff that is coming out soon.
Oh, great. Okay,
Let's do this.
So it's just going to be a description.
There you go. That's for you, Brett.
So the first one, we're going to start out kind of. This anime follows an otaku and the girls he ropes in to help him make his own indie game. So, Curtis, is that an anime or is it something that I made up?
That's anime.
Oh, well, okay. I'm sorry, Chase.
I'm gonna go with Curtis's answer. It's anime.
No, I screwed it up. Sorry.
I'm gonna be different and say that you made it up.
No, so this is Sakeno, How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend.
What? That's the title?
Yeah. I saw that when I was like, oh my god, what is that?
That brings like How to Fall Boyfriend to like a whole new level.
Oh, all right.
Man.
Well, we're going to continue down the anime track with
So Chase should go first. Definitely.
Chase go first, then Daniel, then Curtis.
I usually do.
All right. A harem anime where a boy accidentally enrolls in an all-girl academy where the next incarnation of the major religion's deities are trained by the Buddha.
I think that's actually an anime.
There's a lot of things in that one.
That
That sounds too packed with information. I think you made that one up.
I agree. I think you made that one up.
I did make that one up.
Okay.
Dicks!
But I got you. All right,
I
here
never
we
watched
go.
anime in years. Granted, this doesn't really
yeah, but
matter.
there's
You
a-
know the themes of anime. There's
Whose
no...
fault is that?
Yeah, but that's a reasonable anime.
Insert
isn't it?
tentacle,
Yeah,
insert
that
skirt. Oh, you got an anime.
There's
It is.
totally an anime about Jesus and Buddha living in an apartment, and it's amazing. It's
Sure.
actually really good.
I
But there was
watched.
a little too much detail in the description
yes,
for it
yes,
to be
I
legit, in
agree
my
for
opinion.
a concept.
Like I watched
Alright.
High School of the Dead, and I just thought the
I
movie
hate
was just it was just zombies and then like
boobs.
useless
It's just
jiggling.
boobs. It is. That's
All
a
right,
bad one.
Here's one. Here's all right. Let's see if you can get this one. A group of slacker boys in their high school Earth Defense Club find themselves charged by a magical animal to transform and save the world. Chase.
Did you just like describe like an
High school.
incarnation of Power Rangers?
High School Earth Defense Force.
I think it's like
Must choose.
like I feel like when you said High School Earth Defense Force, like
Uh-huh.
it's not an
Uh-huh.
anime.
It's an anime. It's totally an anime.
It totally is an anime.
It sounds like a
It's
ripoff of Power Rangers. You nailed it,
Cute.
Chase.
Cute High Earth Defense Club love.
Murph, you're picking all the ones I've read about.
Jay-
No.
Jason, if it's a
Okay.
blatant
Well, how
ripoff
about
of something you know? It's probably a Japanese anime.
Okay.
But like all the catchy ones, I was like, "Ooh, what is that? Ooh, what is that?"
So, Chase, what about a slice of life anime following the adventures and romances of a group of convenience store employees?
Ooh,
That sounds like Clerks the anime. So yeah, it's an anime, but it's gonna
Or
be
the-
called. Hold on. It's gonna be called Super Love Convenience Store Hyper Action.
that's pretty accurate for what it is in English.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Chase.
I'm going to disagree and say it's not an anime.
And you would be correct. I made that one up.
That's
Copyright
like-
2015.
Yep, exactly. Okay. Instead of inheriting the throne, a prince must recruit special girls who become giant robots that he can ride into battle.
Oh.
Gosh. That's Transformers, the anime. That's like Transformers mixed with Beast Wars mixed with people. So, whoops, that's been in there for a while. I'm gonna go with that's an anime.
I'm gonna agree with Chase. Yeah, that sounds
Curtis?
just dirty enough to be one of those boobalicious.
Hold on,
No,
let me
I
think of a
don't
title.
know.
Let me think of a title. It's gonna
But
be
yeah.
Robot.
I'm going to be contrary, and I'm going to say not an anime.
Hold on, let me give it a title. And it
Yeah,
would be
regardless.
called something along the lines of Robot Escorts from Tokyo.
Robot escort.
Close, but unfortunately, Curtis is correct. That is one that I made up.
Copyright 2015.
A young witch who uses her her magic in battles in the 100 Years' War is cursed by the heavens to lose her power should she ever lose her virginity.
Yeah, that's
are
weird
we-
enough to be. That's weird enough to be an anime, and it's gonna be called War of the Chaste. Oh, great. I'm gonna get so many nicknames.
You're
like
right
that.
with the chase.
War
You're right
of the
with the chaste.
Chaste Warrior. We'll go with that.
Right.
I'm gonna say it's not an anime because this sounds too porny. If it must be, Oh, we lost you, Murphy. Can't hear your
No.
audio.
Oh, I just said. I just
There
went.
you Oh,
All right.
I'm thinking
Curtis?
this is
I
the
know.
porny anime.
I know this one is an anime because
Yep.
I looked at that one and because it was so weird that I
watched
had
it
to watch the
yesterday.
trailer.
Maria the Virgin Witch.
It's that's such a weird...
I was close. You have
Now,
to
You
admit.
were.
Classify this.
I
under
was
the
close.
The hentai category or
No.
the
No.
anime category?
Nope.
It's enough. It's not hentai enough to be on. I
Have
guess,
you ever seen High School of
yeah.
the Dead? That one's not.
That's
Yeah,
not hentai. That's just
pretty
jiggling.
close.
I was waiting for the
Alright,
Japanese
two more,
translation of dem
Okay.
titties, which I
You know,
do not
okay.
condone that phrase.
In a world where humanity and bears are separated by a giant wall, a schoolgirl's peaceful life comes to an end when the bears kidnap her girlfriend.
I feel like this is like, are the girls under 18?
It's anime.
Okay, that means yes. This is Pedo Bear the anime.
Oh.
It's Pedo Bear the anime. So yes, it's gonna be Bear. It's Bear Shack Lover.
Daniel says no. Curtis?
I think you made it up.
I think it's totally true.
Yeah.
Bears be separated from people. That's ridiculous.
It is an anime, but it is called Yuri Kuma Arashi. It is about bears that are lesbians, and they infiltrate a girls' high school. Yeah.
Oh no, the bears are in our high school.
Again, one of the weirder ones.
Yeah.
Oh,
right, let's
one
round
of the
this one
weirder ones. Okay.
Well, it's basically from the joke I was making earlier to my wife was it's Attack on Titan with bears.
That's what it sounded like, which is why it sounded ridiculous.
Yeah. All right. Here's the last one. Let's see if you can get this one. I think this one is a high school class must kill their godlike tentacled teacher within a year, or he will destroy the earth.
Is that like Cthulhu porn anime? So you said tentacle, and that's the key word. So I'm gonna say yes, and it's gonna be called Cthulashi, as like Cthulhu, but Japanese. That's so racist. I'm sorry.
We apologize to all Japanese people.
Cthulhu Ashi.
It would be Cthulhu-kun.
Cthulhu-kun.
Oh my god. It would be
Cthulhu-con. We'll go with that.
All right.
I'm gonna punch you both through
Love.
the internet.
Hypersonic. What was the rest of it? Destruction. There you go. Love destruction. Cthulhu-con, love destruction. Hyper love
Chase, was that a yes or a no?
Oh yeah, that's an anime.
That is totally an anime.
It is completely Assassination Classroom.
Oh my god. So
That I actually am going to watch that one. That one actually sounds kind of
Assassination Classroom.
So did everyone keep track of their score? I think Curtis got all but one right.
I got all.
Curtis got all of them right, so Curtis wins.
I thought, yeah. So
I was in second.
So there you go. That was anime.
I don't know. I'm just gonna make myself second.
Just for reference, guys, if you want a list of upcoming anime for this winter, Kotaku has a really good article. Yep. What is it called, Murph? What's the article name?
Like Kotaku Winter Anime of 2015, I think.
Yeah.
I really hope that's not too offensive a statement, is it? Not that offensive.
What? Which one?
Cthulhu Ashi.
Technically, and this is going to make me a huge nerd, but I think it's Cthulhu-sama would be the correct.
Makes you a huge nerd?
All right, Cthulhu-chan. Yeah, okay, let's see. The exact name of the article is Nuts.
I like Cthulhu-kun.
The article's name is Nuts. All right, cool.
Yeah, your complete winter 2015 anime guide, and it's just got basically a list with a short summary that I shamelessly stole with YouTube clips.
Oh, good. There's clips.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's like trailers for all of them.
Mother of God, what's happening to us, guys?
So,
all right,
yeah, looks to be like a banner year, guys.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's not even to mention the anime that's like coming back too for a second.
Oh yeah. There's
Durarara is the one I'm looking for.
I'm sorry, what?
It's an anime called Durarara.
Is it from the creators of Bobobo?
No, but it does feature a guy that punches someone so hard that they fly out of their clothes.
Hot?
So here's our
he throws a light post through a guy's car too, which is kind of awesome. But anyways,
gotta love anime. What were you saying,
anime.
Murph?
Yeah, you don't have to.
Oh yeah, you don't have to. let's keep on the obscure. Gosh, make my job so difficult.
Oh, that one was obscured. It's okay.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go even more obscure. IGN posted an article today, the other day, about possible settings for Far Cry 5. And some people are saying, oh, it could be a Western. Oh, it could be this. It could be that. It's going to involve vampires. Guys, speculate right now. For That Game Show, we've helped create games. Let's help create the premise for Far Cry 5.
Wasn't this a survey that they sent out to
Yes.
select?
Yeah, they
It
put
was
out
a
a survey.
Okay.
It's people who bought Far Cry 4, I believe, got the survey.
Okay.
The number one choice by 34% was obviously Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Like, come on. I mean, so the strength of Far Cry is setting animals upon your enemies, and what would be better if you could just set dinosaurs on your enemies? I mean, you could do that in Blood Dragon, but
not to the scale of Velociraptors, Tyrannosaurus Rexes.
That was pretty sweet.
So like you can die so many times in Far Cry 4.
Yeah. It also brings an interesting, like, in Far Cry 4, they added, I believe it was, like, crows that'll attack you while you're kind of flying around, which is kind of a new thing.
Yeah.
Because in Far Cry 3, you could go wingsuit anywhere, and nothing would pretty much attack you except for people.
Well, I get scared to play. I completely interrupted you. I'm sorry. I'm just like scared to play Far Cry 3 just because the fact that like there's alligators, there's sharks. Like I'm not even gonna touch the water.
Yeah, it's basically one of the things I would do is I take my biggest sniper rifle and I would I would get on the edge of the boat and shoot all the sharks before I go in the water.
Yeah, like I couldn't even handle Snacker from Banjo-Kazooie, let alone realistic-looking sharks attacking me.
It's pretty creepy, but I think the dinosaur one is just fantastic.
The dinosaur one would be cool, but after watching the movie The Grey with Liam Neeson, I want like an Arctic setting with wolves and orca whales and giant sea lions and that kind of thing. Being able to take a pack of wolves on your enemies would be really cool.
I think it would be cool to be able to perhaps control your own wolf or something like that too, like kind of have it like a companion. Well, kind of have it like a companion or something, because that's something the Far Cry games haven't really done very much. Is like build up rep with an animal and be able to sick it on somebody and work together with your wolf. I think that could be potentially very cool.
I just really dig that movie and think they should do something in that kind of setting.
What I want, and I'm not going to get this, but I want them to combine that and Red Faction, specifically the terrain destruction, with the open world of like I want to build my own like pit traps, and and just leave just enough dirt so that if you walk on it, you fall into it.
That's brilliant. I like that.
I actually
spikes or something. Yeah, that'd be neat.
That would be cool, especially if they did it like one of the other options here was a Vietnam War one. That would be really neat with a Vietnam style.
I feel like that's a little too.
It's not
realistic.
Really... Yeah,
that's true.
It's just like there's people still alive who were there.
Yeah.
I've been thinking for a while, like I literally like I'm trying to think like more obscure, but like I don't want to go to like Saints Row 4 levels, but
why not?
No, because aren't the Far Cry games about being like in a remote location with crazy people? So you're not in a huge city.
That's true.
Not with the expansion. I mean, the expansion is Blood Dragon. It's literally an 80s style action game.
But the base game is all about like you're on a desert, on an island with crazy people.
I thought about Aliens.
Isolated area.
Aliens would be interesting, but they wouldn't be able to get. I mean, I would love to. Honestly, I would absolutely love to play Far Cry, except for the enemies be like the aliens from Alien.
I thought about that. I thought about when they brought up vampires. I thought of like this whole like vampire werewolf, like almost like he's going into Castlevania, and like you eventually like you try to either befriend either the Lycans or vampire, or like the underworld setting or something. I don't know.
I think that's potentially a very interesting idea.
Yeah,
that could be cool because that's in a sort of you're in a fairly isolated place because you have to only interact with the vampires and the werewolves, right?
Yeah,
and they're all crazy people. That could work.
Oh, we all know they're crazy. I'm trying to think of any others, but I can't. For the life of me, can't think of anything because they already did Africa. They've already done,
If you want to go super obscure, we could do something like Waterworld. That's like super obscure. Like
I think they kind of did that with Beyond Good and Evil, really.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like do
Great game. Play it.
Yes, Beyond Good and Evil, very good game. I mean, like the sailboats and everything like that, and all the kind of Mad Max style stuff, except for it's on water.
Like, what I want is something that can really take advantage of their fire physics.
Yeah, that's true.
I've got Far Cry 4 right now. Nothing's better when suddenly somebody shoots like a fire arrow or throws a Molotov cocktail, and then suddenly, shit, everything's on fire. Sorry.
I never use the flamethrower.
Beep, beep.
So,
Everything's on fire.
Just out of curiosity, Murph, did you play 3?
I did.
Did you do you think 4 is better than 3, or do you think it's kind of just ho-humming until their next idea?
4 is not catching me the way that 3 did, but the problem I have with 3 is, minor spoiler. At one point, halfway through the game, you kill an important character who I thought was the villain.
Yes. Yes.
And
I realized I unplugged my headphones, but it's like, I'm going to have to listen to this anyways, just in case if you start swearing. So it's like, there's no point for me to do this.
You're not missing much by learning this. It's all over the internet.
At some point, you kill a bad guy.
Yes.
I thought he was the main bad guy. He was not. Another bad guy comes along, and you're like, I don't care to kill this bad guy. He's a bad guy, but I got what I needed.
But yeah, you'd had the big buildup of this one.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, like, even that sequence where you kill that bad guy is amazing. Then you realize, oh, you're only halfway done. Like, no, I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
You are fulfilled.
Yeah.
With you.
I think that was the main issue I had with it too.
I agree.
You've never played Far Cry 3.
I don't think you
I
played
haven't.
that one, Chase.
Ben bought it for me like 3 Steam sales ago. Hey, he can't say anything because I got him Indigo Prophecy, and he has yet to play it.
No,
That was
that's
10 Steam sales ago.
That's not our fault. It's Steam's fault. They have
is.
so many good games on sale, and we don't want to lose money on these things.
Exactly.
So we got to get them. It's just we don't always have time to play.
I say it numerous
particular number of
times.
games.
It is the gamer's equivalent to shoe shopping.
Yes. Oh, that's actually really.
It's really true because, like, for years, like, I could never fathom why my mother had so many shoes, why my sister had so many shoes, why my girlfriend at the time did not have any shoes. But now I discover, oh, I got this because it was on sale. Am I going to play it? Probably not. But it was $60 and I got it for $10. How can you say no?
Right. Yeah.
So, just to drag us away from the shoes for a minute.
Oh, okay.
I just thought of a setting. Did you guys see Snowpiercer?
Yes.
No, I heard it's really
exactly.
good, though.
Yeah.
I know exactly. Are you talking about the train?
Yeah,
Oh, that would be so cool.
I mean, it's not an open world, but it
it is in a way, though.
it would be in a way. Like, maybe... But, like, kind of this weird kind of confined dystopian space.
Mm-hmm.
I guess my only issue with that would be is that Far Cry does not have a really good melee system.
Yeah,
and you would need it in the close quarters.
Yeah, because like the premise of Snowpiercer is there's all these poor people in the very last couple cars. Murph, correct me. Is it couple cars?
It doesn't matter.
Of the train, and so their weapons are literally like pipes, and pretty much sticks,
planks,
all this.
Sticks. Yeah.
And then the better guys have axes, swords, they have spears, they have all sorts of other things that they can use. I'm trying not to get spoiler-y, so I'm trying to.
Yeah.
But like, in my opinion, if you wanted to make a game like that, you really need that melee system. And the melee system, like Dead Island, in my opinion, would work a little.
Xenoclash, maybe.
I heard Shadow Warrior has a great melee system. I've got that as well.
Haven't played.
Yeah, I haven't played. I've played that one a little bit, but it needs a more complicated system, so it's not all about shooting.
Yeah.
Though I would totally play the Snowpiercer game if Far Cry people made it. That is an awesome place to make a game.
Shout out, watch that movie. It's on Netflix.
Oh,
it's like the Hunger Games, except only an hour long.
Yay!
And much more bloody.
Yay! All right.
Also, you have to watch it with subtitles.
Yes.
Oh,
No, I think it automatically comes with subtitles, so you should be
Oh,
fine.
does it? Okay.
it's still subtitles.
Oh, well, I don't remember.
I don't know. I watched it with subtitles, and
You
it
need to.
enhances the experience.
Chase will redub it for you.
Okay.
Still in English.
No,
but
you
we'll just make
absolutely
it work
have
for
to
you.
because there's characters that don't speak English, and they talk in their native language.
Okay.
And it's important that you keep the subtitles on because it's an important plot point that I totally did not get when I first watched it.
Okay. All right. Final topic for the day. We recently got word that I really just butchered the intro to this. InternetArchive.org has released a whole bunch of MS-DOS games, including but not limited to Prince of Persia, Oregon Trail. Gosh, there was like a buttload.
Street Fighter 2,
Street Fighter
Bust a
2,
Move.
Bust a Move. There was
Nice.
a boatload.
Yeah.
These are all the original games that you can now play for free on their website.
Exactly.
Correct. Bomberman is on here, actually.
Yes, that made me very happy. So, gentlemen, what game would you are you going to play, and what game would you like to play?
Prince of Persia. That was the bane of my childhood existence. I could not get the swordplay down when I was, 5 or whatever, and it made me so mad. And now apparently I didn't even realize it, but the game has like a 1 hour timer or something to beat the whole thing,
Yep.
or the princess dies. I never realized that when I was trying to figure out these puzzles. So I didn't even know that. I'm learning new things about these old games.
Murph?
Me. So this is just me, old man Murph.
Again, old man
There
voice
was a-
going.
Yeah, old man Murph.
Yeah, back in my day, we stuck pennies into our disk drive, and we loved it.
So there, and everyone had Oregon Trail in school and the old Apple II, whatever. But we also had a game called Civil War, which was just like a Civil War like tactical strategy game, and nobody ever wanted to play it because it wasn't Oregon Trail. But man, it was awesome. You got to fight and you could either pick the North or the South, and it was just kind of like a really terrible Command and Conquer, except not so much.
Is that
But-
actually on here?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm playing it right now.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Do I want descriptions? No. I mean, it's all in like Apple II. How much do you want to spend on food?
So is it kind of like a cross between Oregon Trail and like you have to like pay for food and stuff like that too? So I mean that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's, yeah.
All right.
Well,
Yeah.
well, for those who don't know, Software Library, do Google search for Software Library, and they have all these MS-DOS games which run in an emulator in your browser. So you can play all these games for free. They're not copyrighted anymore, and the site has the rights to run them all. So you can play all of the games that old people like Old Man Murphy remember.
Hey, cool
very well,
man, Murphy.
and that we all remember a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean the game that I lost my shit when I saw was Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego?
Yes.
I remember that
And
one.
like
And me and you
I
played Where in
that.
Space is Carmen Sandiego.
Yeah, like
Good
Oh
lord.
my
They're in space.
And then the other one is like I saw what was it? I'm trying to find it. I saw it just a little while ago. Things like Dragon's Lair, which I've never played but I've heard is amazing. Like I would love just to go back and play some of those old point and clicks
Yeah.
from way back in the day.
Lots of adventure games.
I don't
Yeah.
think there's many Sierra games, which is disappointing.
I think there's some, but
well, Sierra is kind of an active IP. Like
Yeah.
they're re-releasing Grim Fandango. They're going to
Yes.
redo Day of the Tentacle. Like
No.
so.
By the way, Grand Fandango, it is an amazing game. Go play that.
Murph,
Yeah, and we'll wait for the re-release, which is
Yeah,
soon.
Play
do you
the
remember
re-release.
is Sierra one of the companies that went under?
Yes,
I think they went
Disney
under, or
owns
they
it.
just like literally disappear. I believe they went under.
Sierra was bought by LucasArts, and LucasArts was then bought by Disney. So
Yeah, so
that's where it is.
that's why some of those IPs are so because I mean Disney holds their IPs like no one's
Yeah.
business.
So which means there probably won't be a Leisure Suit Larry anytime soon.
Well, actually, surprisingly, there is Leisure Suit Larry on this one.
Is there really?
Yeah,
I think someone bought that, and I think there was a Kickstarter for the next one. I don't know the state of it.
They have Leisure Suit Larry 1 through 5.
Okay, that's not bad.
Sorry for interrupting you.
No, it's
I
okay. I'd love to play Oregon Trail because I know that like in computer class, we spent a long time in that. Though I was really surprised to not see Number Muncher. That was kind of disappointing.
Oh wow!
That's
Number Muncher's IP.
Math Blaster.
I love Math Blaster.
Oh yeah.
I was disappointed that we couldn't find Where in Space is Carmen Sandiego because I know, Curtis, you and I would have probably played that religiously just to finish it.
But the thing about that is it wasn't really one that anyone's going to be like, besides you and me, are going to be like, oh man, where's my Where in Space? And it was also a newer game, too.
Yeah.
If you note, I don't think these games go past maybe 95.
Yeah, because I was about to say, like, I wanted Titanic Adventure Out of Time to be there, but I knew that wouldn't be on there.
You will never find that game again.
I know.
I'm sure
it was so much fun.
One day we will. It'll be on GOG or something.
Yeah.
Well, even I don't think anyone's gonna be like, oh man, let's get a remake of Titanic. What was it, Adventure Out of Time?
Yeah, exactly. It's like somebody saying, hey, let's remake Battle Tanks, or let's remake Plock.
Battletoads.
All right, hold on.
They don't have Battletoads. Already looked. It's because that IP just got bought up again.
Oh, that's right.
They're gonna redo that.
Yeah. Chase, for $40, I can get you a copy of.
Or I could just go back to my parents' house and just steal their copy, and then hopefully it'll work on Windows 7.
I wouldn't bet money on that.
I wouldn't either.
You could probably. Well, no, we're not getting into this.
Yeah, we're not.
Tell it to play on 98, and it'll probably work.
Yeah.
Listeners, go play one of these games. You'll gain a new appreciation for the games we have today.
So Chase, let me see if I can. What is this thing?
Yes, Murph? Are you teasing me,
I
Murph?
think somebody has put Titanic Adventure Out of Time into a browser.
Oh my god!
No.
I'll let you mess with the site. I'm not going to
Send me that link later.
it's in the Facebook thing.
Okay.
Oh my god! They have the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in here too.
Oh,
Turtles
wow.
in Time?
No,
Manhattan.
wait, the NES one, the really
I don't
terrible.
know.
Select...
It says DOS, but
Yep.
let's find out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's
I
find
got
out.
a new notification from Murph. I wonder what it could be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that. Oh, so speaking of old retro games, just before we wrap it up, if Awesome Games Done Quick was
Oh, that's
last
right.
week,
Thank you for that segue,
And-
Murph.
you're
That was
welcome.
good.
Fucking killing it on segues.
Great job.
Uh,
And editing process too. Great.
hey, I don't edit this one.
Yeah. I know. For those of you who are new to this show,
Awesome Games Done Quick, for those of you who don't know, is a collection of, I guess, speedrunners from
Yes.
Speed Demos Archive.
and we brought
They
that up a little
started
bit
several
last
years
week.
ago.
Yep.
And it's just kind of a bunch of speedrunners who get together for a week a year and run games for donations, pretty much.
Yeah.
I think the standout thing that I saw this year is the Ninja Gaiden 1 through 3 relay race. So they had two teams. Everyone played a Ninja Gaiden 1 through 3. And so they're kind of racing through. This race was incredibly tight. They were literally, when at the end of the thing, it was within 1 second they each defeated the final boss.
Oh wow.
On top of that, I would recommend this for people who want to, like, the commentary was done by like two people who were not playing and was excellent. And they're like, all right, he's going to try and set up this skip here. This is why he's doing it. This is how he's doing it. So it was like, it's kind of like, professional commentary, which is sometimes a little lacking on the Awesome Games Done Quick
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
or on video game commentary in general.
Right,
yeah.
is
right.
often lacking.
and also they beat these 3 games in under 30 minutes.
Oh wow.
God.
in total? Like
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
10
All
minutes per game.
3.
Wow.
All three were done.
Oh my!
Now, Murph,
Under-
I will ask you this because I asked them last week. What game do you think you could probably speed run, and at what time?
None. Zero. There are no games.
There's no game so you could speed run.
No, well, because I look at the level of like dedication and like just technical knowledge that they put into this. You can't do it. Like they beat Final Fantasy VII in 3 hours.
Is that possible?
So the
They
typical.
did it. I watched the guy
Wait, did they
do it.
glitch it, or did they like legit complete the entire
I mean,
campaign?
it was a glitch run, but yeah.
Okay.
The accepted definition of a speedrun is you use whatever glitches or whatever that are built into the game to beat as quickly as possible.
A dude beat Super Mario 3 in under 3 minutes.
Right. So in
Wait,
my
Super Mario
opinion,
Brothers 3?
that doesn't count
Yeah.
because you're not actually playing the game.
He
Is there a
hundred-
game that you
Well, hold
think
on.
you could actually play correctly?
He
speedrun?
100%ed it, like, so no warps. I think in under 30.
Oh wow! Now that's just impressive.
That was probably like
No
straight
actually playing the
P,
game.
probably.
And
P wing.
these aren't the world records. They're not doing as fast as they can
Yeah.
because they don't want to mess up.
I still think I could possibly do Mega Man X in 30 minutes. Granted, the guy that I watch, or not, I'll say 45.
Hold on.
Granted, the record last I checked was at 36 minutes. But the guy was also using a turbo controller. I believe,
hold on.
because
Easy.
I don't think anybody hits the can hit that fast the way he was shooting.
I think he can. Let me see if I can find.
Maybe guaranteed less than an hour.
Murph, do you think you could speedrun Dark Souls? You know, actually.
No,
Oh, that's
I
one that
actually
we said.
tried.
I think you could.
Yeah.
I tried for a bit actually because I was like, oh, because I mean, like the speedrun strategies are actually pretty good, legitimate strategies. I just do them slightly slower.
Right.
By the time that person had beaten the game, I was at Quelaag,
Oh wow!
so like they can. I think
Just like
Dark
that way.
Souls is sub an hour at this point.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sub 1 hour. Wow.
Yes.
I feel like the final boss would take an hour.
Oh no,
You-
final boss is
No.
easy.
Final boss in that one? No.
Yeah.
If
his
you
name?
get the Civ
Power King.
Shield, then Civ Shield, that final boss is a joke.
Yeah. Well, even then, if you just know how to, parry, you can
Yeah.
just parry the final boss incredibly easily.
Oh, sure, I suppose. Yeah.
Am I the only one that still can't parry very well?
Yeah.
Uh,
No. Yeah. Here. This guy.
I can't parry very well. at all.
You keep saying Perry, and I keep thinking of the kid
Matthew
from Home Movies. I'm scared, Walter. Me too, Perry. That's what hand, Perry. Okay, Walter.
So it looks like there was a race of Mega Man X this year. They did it in 37 minutes. It looks like.
Wow.
Oh wow.
And the
So-
point of all these things is that they're raising money for charity.
Yes.
And
Right,
they
exactly.
raised $1 million this year by doing this.
Yeah.
So that's a big deal.
Million and a half.
Million and a half.
$1.5 million. There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
Which, by the way, speaking of speedrunning, Murph, I've been asking you this, and you still haven't answered. So I'm going to ask you
No,
on the air.
I don't think I'm good enough.
No.
Honestly-
No, this is a different question. I'm going to ask you on the air because I've been trying to ask you this off air.
Alright.
Do you own a copy of Speedrunners?
Oh yeah, I do.
You do?
Sorry, I
Okay.
bought the humble bundle. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
So I can give my copy to somebody else. Okay. I'm gonna make an executive decision. We're gonna do an episode of Speedrunners.
Okay.
We'll probably do like a nice little podcast. We're gonna do this little dingle dangle. It'll be a little short. And then Speedrunners.
Okay.
That's a good
They're
idea.
fast.
Do it at the
They're
end.
hard. They run. Speedrunners. I'll think of a better tagline and promote it better.
No, that was good. That was good.
Innuendo in there somewhere.
Wait, hold on. Let's get the face in.
Oh, that's crazy.
Someone texted me the other day, and he's like, "Good Lord, Payday 2 is 29 gigs." I'm like, "Yeah, it's big." And then I sent another picture of this,
Ow.
and that's it. Gotta love the chase face. All right,
Payday 2.
I love it. Anyways,
size of that game.
guys, thank you very much for joining us, whether you're listening to us via podcast or on YouTube via That News Show. Thank you for making us a part of your day. Feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Check out some of our other videos. And hey, I interviewed Rick Jacket for Finger 11. You should watch that right now because it's awesome. Stay tuned for more videos. We're going to be doing, hopefully, some collaborations coming soon. I know, it's crazy. So, hopefully I haven't forgotten anything. You can follow me on Twitter at Chase Bunker. You can also follow the show on Twitter at _game_show. I'm still bitter because That Game Show was taken. It would have been so much simpler. Dick. So, for Curtis Coe, Murph Murphy, and Daniel Clegg, I am Chase Bunker. Good night, and keep... Yeah.